Hello,
Yeah, hi, hello. I'm Julia in the UK. What's your name?
my name's Mike.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, what would you like to do today, Mike?
Actually, today I'd like to invite you discuss with me a topic. I'm preparing for IELTS exam for in April this year. So yeah, the topic I would like to practice with you some people refer to one or two close friends and they spend time on it, but some others refer to spend time for a large group, a large number of friends. So which do you refer?
Sorry, I don't quite understand. What topic do you want to do?
So we have a statement that some people prefer that they spend time on one or two close friends.
They
Others,
spend time with,
yeah,
with. They
yeah,
spend
with
time with, yeah.
spend time with.
One or two close friends, yeah. So do you
Yeah.
want to do a topic in the library? An IELTS topic? Is that what you want to do?
Not library because we have a list of topic for IELTS speaking.
Topics. Can I
Yeah,
just stop you? It's just if you're talking in the plural, we need to hear the S. So topics. Yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
topics.
So we've got one topic. I'll just write this down here. So we've got one topic and we've got two or more topics.
Topics.
We need to sound the S. It's the S. If it's a countable noun, we need to sound the S. I'm writing this down for you. Okay,
Thank
it's
you.
important in English. Right. So if you just want to talk in general about friendship, is that what you
Yeah,
want to do?
friendship.
So you don't want to read anything as such. You just want to talk about friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Right. So you're saying that some people they like to have one or two close friends, and other people like to have lots of friends.
You're right.
Yeah. And do you mean that some people they have lots of friends, but maybe all those friends are not very close? They're just acquaintances. Is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and we are talking about some advantages of spend time with close friend, one close
Friends,
friend. Yeah,
friends, friends. So
yeah.
where are you from, Mike?
I'm come from Vietnam.
Okay. So advantages of spending. I'm just writing this down. Spending time with close, close friends. Yeah,
Yeah,
friends, or many friends. You mean? Yeah,
yeah,
or
yeah.
having a lot of friends.
A lot of friends.
But what about some people? They have close friends they spend time with, but they also have a lot of acquaintances. Yeah, you know what an acquaintance is.
Yeah,
You know what an
sorry, I don't
acquaintance.
know. I don't know what this means.
So I'm just making sure I've spelt it correctly. And
Yeah,
an acquaintance is somebody you know, but they may or not be a friend. And if they are a friend, they're not a close friend. So a close friend is someone. I'm writing this down for you. Someone you know, um, who may or may not be a friend. A friend. So an acquaintance may be somebody you just say hello to. You know, you
we
see
just say
them,
hello. Yeah,
or it may be a friend, but not a very close friend. Yeah. So an acquaintance may be somebody you know at work, or a friend, but not somebody who you tell your secrets to. Yeah. Um. I mean, there are lots of versions of friendship, aren't they? Because for one person, a friend may be different to what another person considers to be a friend. Don't you think?
I think so.
What is a friend to you? What would you class as being a close friend?
Close friend is mean who I can share a lot of like a secret or when I have unhappy or I'm
Yeah,
sadness, so I can share a lot of things to them.
yeah,
Even when I have like something happy in my life,
yeah.
so I also share to them and uh, like I have a feeling that when we are talking each other, I have more comfortable,
Yeah.
don't get stuck or something. Yeah, it's very easy to talk with. Even we talk about some serious thing or just have a joke.
Right, to have a joke, yeah.
Yeah.
So really, so you do you think it's important to have different types of friendship then? To have close friends as well as acquaintances.
Mm, I think so. I think close friend is more important than
Close. I'm
like
just sorry.
like
Close.
close,
Close. Close.
close, close,
Close.
close,
Just
close.
writing this down.
Mm.
All right, I'm going to write that you need to practice the pronunciation. So close. Right. So I'll just write in
All right.
pronunciation.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
That's not an easy. The L is not that easy. So close. Close.
Close,
That's
close.
right. Good. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Good. You
Close,
did well there. Close.
close friend. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. So do you have like a variety of friendships? I mean, I'm just saying to you, do you have different types of friendships?
Yeah. Of course, I do. So like co-workers, I
Yeah.
also they likely to is the same my friend, and I
Yeah.
have a friend when I was at university, and when I study I have my classmate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and girlfriend as well.
Sorry. What do you say?
Girlfriend.
Oh, you've got a girlfriend. Yeah. So a girlfriend would generally be like a close friend. Yeah.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah. Very close friend. Do you think that do you use social media?
I
Social
use social
media.
media like Facebook and
Yeah, that
Yellow.
sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about the friendships on social media like Facebook or
Mm,
other types of social media?
yeah, to be honest, I don't think these are real friends. Yeah, with
Yeah.
my opinion, because we just we have some words on the internet, and
Yeah.
even sometimes we just talk to them without know clearly about who they are and
Yeah.
in the real life who they are looks like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
think
you
so.
think that they're not? I'm just writing. You think that on social media you can't form real friendships?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in my will.
Um, but what about some people who they friend up with somebody? Uh, I'm just writing something down for you. What about sometimes people form online friendships on Facebook or other social media, and then those friendships turn into real
Real
friendships in that
friendship.
they meet up with those people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As you know, like as I talked before, it's like most of them is not a real
Yeah.
friend. But
Yeah.
I'm totally agree with you. They
I
have been
totally agree with you. Yeah.
yeah, agree with you because they at the first time we can make a friend or through Facebook. I mean social media, and then we will be a real friend. Like with my situation, the first time I met my girlfriend on through Facebook, and
All
now
right.
she's my girlfriend.
Right. So we often call like a social media friend. We often call that. Sorry. We often call that a virtual friend. Have you heard that expression? A virtual friend.
Virtual friend.
A virtual friend.
Yeah, I had that.
Yeah, you've heard that.
Mm.
So you're saying that you can start off having a virtual friend, like you can
Mm.
form some sort of friendship with somebody you haven't actually met for real on social media, and then that can turn into a real friendship or even a relationship. Yeah.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
In England, there's a debate which has been going on for a long time about social media, in that people can create certain images of themselves on social media which are not really accurate. What do you think
Mm.
about that?
I think sometimes we also have fight a new friend on social media. I mean,
Mhm.
virtual friends. Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is sometimes people say that on social media there are individuals who create profiles and images of themselves which do not really reflect who they are.
Mm. Yeah. Nice. I think so because they want to look more handsome or beautiful and to
Yeah.
make a nice profile and add some like fake information. And I think they are not good because we need to be who we are and
Yeah.
accept ourselves. So it's
Yeah.
like it doesn't matter that we make our profile is professional and try to find our friend is our thought.
Yeah, and some people say that social media creates sort of unrealistic expectations. In other words, people see images of friends on social media and of their great lives. You know, they see pictures of people on a holiday, having a great social life, and this makes people feel that their own life is not so exciting. And it creates a sort of unrealistic expectation of how people should live. You get what I mean? For example, on social media, right, on Facebook, people often, you know, they show pictures of their holiday snaps, their holiday pictures, and pictures of them having a great time. And they often create this image that, you know, they have a great life, lots of friends, great holidays, and it can make other people feel inadequate. You know what inadequate means? If you don't feel good, if you don't feel that you are, you know, do you want to use the translation? It's a bit difficult to explain that. Do you want? There's a translation tool there. Can you see it? Translation tool. So
It's
yeah,
it look like something we looking forward to is happen or is like something.
if you feel inadequate, it means that you don't. You can use. Can you use the translation tool, Mike?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I see. Got it.
Right. So if people feel inadequate, it means they feel in some ways inferior. They feel inferior in some respects. Yeah. So to feel inadequate, it means to feel inferior. Just checking I've spelled that correctly. To feel inferior means to feel inferior. You know, they don't feel as good or as on the same level as other people. They feel less than other people.
Like disappointed.
Yeah, if you feel inadequate or inferior to somebody else, it means you feel less than them. You don't feel as though you're on the same level. So when, you know, people share pictures on social media of their supposed great relationships or holidays or, you know, things they buy, it may make other people feel as though they are somehow inferior.
Yeah, sometimes I also have a feeling like that. Sometimes. Yeah.
So you know, I'm just reminding you, sound the S. So anyway, getting back to other types of friendship, do you think that because in England, right, some people argue that, you know, because particularly in London, it's an expensive place to live. People are working long hours, and they don't have enough time to form real friendships with other people. Is it? Sorry, are you in Vietnam? Which country are you in?
Vietnam.
Right.
Vietnam.
I mean, is that the case in Vietnam? You know, do people work long hours, and so they don't often have the time to form friendships with others?
You're right. You're right because you know they have to get income and to take care of their family. Yeah, they work 8 to 5, and then maybe they have like overtime.
Yeah. Right.
So they don't have enough time for their life and make friends. Even they
friends.
friends.
To make friends.
Yeah, make friends and.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, create a new relationships.
Yeah, I mean, increasingly, you know, in London or you know, other places as well, if people have low-paying jobs, they often need 2 or 3 jobs, and that leaves them very little time to socialize. Do you know what it means to socialize? To socialize.
I get it.
Form and form friendships. When you socialize, it means you go out. Go out.
Go
You
out
socialize,
and
yeah,
make
and
friends.
make friends or meet friends or develop friendships. So, so what I'm saying is, just writing this down. People
Socialize and from friendships.
people often have little time to socialize and develop existing friendships, or form new friendships. Do you think of that? What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. Because with like in this day and age, so we have to like do a lot of things at the same time for business or take care a member of family or go to work. So we don't have a lot of time to like socialize and develop the friendships. Yeah, I think so.
That's right. And do you think it causes sort of social problems for people if they feel that they don't have the time to make friends or develop existing friendships? Do you think that can cause social problems, psychological problems even?
This is like is exactly is the cycle problems because
psychological problems.
Yeah, psychological problems.
Yeah, if there's a big word, you can sort of cut the words up into sounds or syllables. So psychological problems. So cut the word up. Psychological problems.
Psychological problems. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, so cut the word up into sounds or what we call syllables, and that will help. Yeah. Do you think that if people feel they don't have enough friends or they don't have enough time to develop existing friendships, do you think that can cause psychological problems for people?
Yeah, I think so. We can call it because they have to work under high pressure every single day, and like they get stressed. Stressed. So they don't want to talk anymore with somebody. It doesn't look like who they are in the past. Yeah, and when we lack of conversation or talking with others, so we tend to be alone, and so that's also the problem for you will get some sickness, I think so.
Yeah, they can get they can develop mental health issues. That's a term we often use for psychological issues. People increasingly talk about mental health issues.
Mental health issues. Yeah.
That's a politically correct term. Mental health issues.
I see.
Yeah, you know what I mean by politically correct.
Yeah, but it is the same. It is synonym.
It is the same. But people like to be politically correct. That means use certain terms in preference to others. Mental health issues. And just out of interest, are you a student or do you work as well, Mike?
Currently, I quit my job 1 year ago because
1 year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
Yeah.
1 year ago.
Yeah. What did you do?
Currently, I'm a student. I focus full time on learning English.
All right. So what did you do? What job did you do when you quit your job?
I was an environment engineering. Yeah,
Oh, an environmental engineer.
yeah,
All right.
environmental engineer.
And do you keep in contact? I'll just write this down. Do you keep in contact with your former work colleagues? Are they still your
No,
friends? No.
no, no, yeah. Because actually, I also want to keep the contact with my friends, but when I stay at school, I'm not allowed to use the phone or use the internet because I need to focus full time on learning English. So
Oh yeah, no, I understand that. But when you're not at college, don't you keep in contact with your former work colleagues? Don't you do that?
hmm, can you ask me again?
Yeah, I understand that when you are at college, you cannot use your phone and what have you. But when you are away from college, when you are, weekends or whenever when you have free time, don't you keep in contact with any of your former work colleagues?
Yes, I do.
Right.
Mm, uh, I always, I always give a contact with my friends and like have a invite them to go out for a cup of coffee, chatting, or sometimes I send them a
Sometimes,
message.
sometimes.
Sometimes I send them a message.
Right. Because some people feel that when they leave a job, they have sort of left their friendships behind, or some people I've read and heard, and through my own experience, people sometimes feel that when they leave a job, they feel a loss of the friendships they had when they, had their former jobs. They feel a sense of loss.
Mm, I think so. I also like them, and when I worked at Ho Chi Minh City, it is a central city of Vietnam. So
Gym City? Did you say Gym City?
center
Right.
Ho Chi Minh
What's that?
City, Ho Chi Minh City.
Oh, right. Sorry. Yeah, I missed.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, no problem. Yeah. So when I quit my job,
Yeah.
so I always like lost my
Right.
friendship at my company because in a long time we didn't contact each other, and so your relationship at the first is very strong, very like close, but
Yeah.
in a long time it's slightly, and uh, yeah, I just keep talking with some close friend or some people I think that I can share or talk each other, but
Hmm.
most of them lost.
Mostly you've lost friends when you've found a new job. Do you think that's because when people leave a job, it's sort of, in a way, it can be like leaving a family, can't it? Sometimes in certain jobs, work colleagues are considered like family, like a member of the family. When you leave that job, it may seem like you're abandoning your family.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Yeah, I don't think so because sometimes they just focus on their work and they think
Yeah,
that they go to a company for working
yeah,
and relationship for a working environment is
yeah,
just like a normal relationship. It's not
yeah.
deep like we have make a friend and uh, we meet friend in a long time, so we will be a close friend. It's totally different. They just think because we have to work, we have to interact each other every day in a
Yeah.
company. Yeah, I think.
No, I understand that, but I have heard that some people say in certain jobs they had such a close relationship with their work colleagues. It was as though they were leaving a family, that when they had another job. I mean, I haven't really experienced that personally, but some people I've heard have said that, that when they left a job, they left a part of their life behind as well, in certain jobs.
Mm. Job cancer families which would inclusive.
I mean, I suppose it depends in how you are, doesn't it? Or how you separate your work from your life, I suppose. Yeah. And have you formed friendships with people in other countries, Mike?
I mean, from the like Jewish friend, right?
Well, for example, if you went on holiday to another country, have you formed a friendship with somebody from another country in a place you have visited abroad,
Yeah,
and then
you
maintain
mean
that friendship?
you mean when I have a like on vacation and
Yeah,
make a
yeah,
friend with foreigner, right?
yeah, yeah. Foreigners, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Recently, I
Sometimes, can I
went.
stop you?
Yeah,
Don't forget
yeah,
the S. Sometimes
yeah.
and foreigners.
Sometimes.
In English, can I just say, in English, generally speaking, when we talk in general, we usually use the plural form unless it's an uncountable noun, and we need to hear the S. It's like a hard S sound in most cases.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you. So, recently I went on my vacation and I met I met a friend
I met a
who is
friend. Yeah.
yeah I met a friend who come from England. England.
Who comes from England? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
England.
right. My
And
country, England. My country, England. Yeah.
yeah, we met
Absolutely.
friend each other. So like we meet at a hotel. So we have some words. We had some words, and like we have we have been a friend at that time from that time.
And do you still maintain a friendship with this person you met in England?
Like keep a relationship, right?
Yeah. You write to the person, send messages, email, Facebook or whatever.
Facebook,
Or
Facebook,
whatever you do.
Facebook.
WeChat.
Yeah, we chat together, and sometimes I had a nice picture. I always share to them.
Oh right. So sometimes you send photos, yeah? Photos. Don't
Photos.
forget, use the S unless it's just one picture, yeah? So I'll make a note of that for you. So I'm just saying I'll just make a note of this so you remember. So do you think that you will develop that friendship? Yeah?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
I'm
it
not
can be
sure.
difficult, can't it, I suppose? Yeah.
Actually, it's not more difficult, but when we live so far each other, so we don't have a lot of things to share
Yeah.
for another, and of course, we also it it's also problems because of language.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Yeah. And sometimes it can be quite tiring, can't it, trying to maintain friendships? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It can be quite tiring um, to maintain a friendship with somebody who doesn't live nearby, even if you live in the same country, don't you think? Sometimes if you live in one side of the country and another person lives in another part of the country, it can be difficult to maintain a friendship, but it's even harder if you live in a different country,
Yeah, you're right.
especially if they speak a different language to yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Right. And
Yeah.
so have you got friendships? Have you got friends who you have known since childhood?
Mm, you mean uh, have me met a friendship when I was a child?
Yeah, I mean, have you sort of managed to maintain a friendship that you had when you were a child?
I'm totally
Or
forgot.
yeah, what I mean is, some people, they have childhood friendships which last into adulthood. Have you last into adult? So I'm just trying to make sure. Have you got any friendships like that? Childhood friendships which have lasted into adulthood? Do you have any?
Mm, yeah, yeah. I have some. I have
Oh,
some. Um,
Well, that's good, isn't it? If you have those sort of friendships, yeah. So
yeah, I
you
have
have
some
sort of deep friendships then.
deep
Deep,
friendships.
yeah, deep
Yeah,
friendships. If you have deep friendships, it means you have friendships with people which are, you have like
because
to have a
they are my near my house. I call my neighbor. So
sorry.
it's
What did you say?
near my house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Are your neighbours your friends as well?
yeah,
Are your neighbours are your friends?
yeah,
They are.
they are.
Okay, that's good then.
Mhm.
Because some people don't like to form friendships with their neighbours in case they have any problems.
I see.
Yeah, what do you think?
Oh, I think they think that it also have some reason because like when when we live so close, I mean from my house or with my neighbor, so also
Mm.
in a long time, of course we will be some like argument
Arguments,
argument,
yeah.
yeah, and
Arguments, arguments.
arguments, yeah,
Again, if
argument
it's a word like that, cut up the word, yeah? So, arguments.
arguments, yeah.
That's right, good, yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's a reason for like break 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 a good relationship.
What, for trying to, yeah, well, that's why some people, they say that they want to be friendly with their neighbors, but not too friendly because they don't want to form a close relationship with their neighbor. Because if there's a problem, it's difficult because your neighbor lives close to you. It's not as though you can, if you've got a friend and you have a disagreement, you can say goodbye to the friend.
It's
It's sort of
very
difficult.
easy.
Yeah, it's difficult if they live next door to you, isn't it? Because you see them all the time.
Mm,
Yeah. What do you think?
yeah. And
Have you got any neighbours who are close friends?
my families have, I mean, my parents. So my parents have a good friendship with my neighbor, and so every night they come to my house and have a cup of tea to chatting with my parents. So and
To chat with your parents?
chat, yeah, my parents,
Yeah.
and every time they come to my house to for chatting, they always let their children come too. So uh, I and their children have a chance to talk with each other. So I also have a good relationship.
Right. And have you known these neighbours for a long time?
Long time.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No, but have you known these neighbours for a long time?
Mm,
Yeah.
I think 7 years is a long time.
So what I'm
Yeah,
saying to say, have you been friends with your neighbours
yeah.
for a long
Um,
time?
yeah, I had. Yeah, I had.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right.
7 year
So
for 7 years.
that's good. I remember when I was younger and I lived with my family, that there was some neighbours next door to us who had a close relationship, a close friendship, and they were always, they were always turning up at each other's homes. They were always knocking on the door, and they're always seeing each other. There were two women, and they were always, round at each other's houses and socializing. And then they had an argument,
Mm.
and it caused problems
So
because because they lived right next door to each other, and it did cause problems. I can't remember what happened in the end. I can't remember if one of them moved. I really can't remember, but anyway, it did cause problems. And my mother, my father, who were next door to these two neighbours who were once upon a time friends, they noticed that there were problems. So it caused a bit of a friction. Do you know that word, friction? It can cause friction. So what I'm trying to say is when neighbours are no longer friendly
Mm.
towards each other, it can cause friction in the neighborhood. If you can cause friction means when it can cause problems, it can cause a sort of, not a pleasant atmosphere.
Yeah, I see. Got it. So how can we solve this problem?
Well, that's why I know some people who will not get too friendly with their neighbours. They will not socialise with their neighbours. Maybe, times like Christmas, which we celebrate a lot in England, or, special occasions, they may have a drink together, but they take care not to get too close to their neighbours in case there are any difficulties.
I know, get it. But it's like different with my country. So at the first time, I tried to make close friends together, and so in their life, so sometimes they make a problem. So it's so hard to solve the problem because they live so like near by their house, and or the problem here is don't talk to them anymore or move the house or something.
Yeah, well,
it's
that's
so
the
hard.
problem, isn't it? If you have to move away, I mean, it's expensive moving away. Well, is it in England, especially in London? It can be very expensive, or anywhere, in fact. It can be very expensive to move away. And also, if you've got children, you have to find them another school. And, it can be difficult for your work, everything. It can be very problematic. Do you know that word? It can be very problematic. It means it can cause difficulties. It can cause a lot of difficulties.
Problematic.
Yeah. It means it can cause a lot of problems if you have to move away. Anyway, do you want to ask me any questions, or do you want to comment on anything? Because we've only got 2 minutes left.
With 3 minutes left, so I'd like to hear. Yeah, okay. I'd like to hear from you some advice about my speaking or something.
Right. I think if you try to speak with native speakers as much as possible, listen to the radio, and listen to different parts of the English-speaking world. Radio programs from different parts of the English-speaking world. If you watch television programs, films,